In twilight's hush, where shadows softly lie, amidst a realm concealed from mortal gaze, a legion born of whispers will defy, and tread the path where mysteries lightly plays. The warriors adorn in sacred light, their spirits forged through trials fierce and grand. By moonlight rivers draped in veils of night, they march with purpose, firm and silent stand. For their hands, the power of the stars, a force unseen when woven through their souls. They wage the battle against unseen scars, determined as the universe unrolls. With misty chants they summon ancient might. In the shadows dance the warriors of light. What's good? It's your boy Sifu G, the esoteric warrior. I hope you're all doing wonderful today. Alright, so just a quick update on what's happening behind the scenes at Esoteric Warrior. As you know, we're busy, we got lots to do, and as well, we got a life to live. That being said, we've got another book coming out in possibly on the 20th of this month on the Sun Yi Gong. Now, if you all remember the video I did about that USB and what it meant to me, going through it all, I found the Sun Yi Gong and all the messages from the Grand Master, or my Sifu Du Wei. It is unbelievable, and because I lost that USB for 18 years, when I got to teach the Sun Yi Gong, like I said, I lost a lot of information, names and all the visualizations on a lot of stuff, but the Bakfu Sun Yi Gong is not called Bakfu Sun Yi Gong, it's called Guan Yin Sun Yi Gong. So I kept the Sun Yi Gong for some reason and added the Bakfu Sun Yi Gong name to it, only probably because of not just Du Wei but Funda Duck, so the Bakfu Pi system. Anyway, this book's going to be out. It's got lots of great information on the Guan Yin Sun Yi Gong. It's not just for healing and longevity, spirituality. It's also a complete fighting system, internal fighting system. There is some really good conversations between my Sifu and I about it. I'll tell you one of them. I was reading it to Chris over the phone, and one of them is one of the skills and I guess like I won't be able to do this, but he said once you've attained the skill, you'll be able to point your finger and leave a dot on someone, and that person will die. Who knows, right? Like I said, I would never be able to do anything like that, but in a lot of different cultures, especially Aboriginal culture here, pointing the bone, they call it, and people get cursed off it. So words can be cursing. That's why it's called spelling, because we're putting spells every time we talk. So everything is magic. And I know one of you boys out there said you're not into that. I'm not into it either. All I do is research. I don't practice it. The only thing I do, which probably you would call magic, which isn't, it's more divination, using the Lao Shu and the Bakwa type of work, which is completely Taoist, right? But I don't burn things and chant and do any of that. No, it fascinates me, this spiritual world, because we are in a spiritual world. Our bodies are just, our spirit's trapped in matter, right? So the vibration that we resonate at is trapping us inside this vessel called a body. So who are you inside, right? That's the big mystery. And through meditation and something like the Guan Yin Sun Yi Gong, it could possibly allow you to awaken and realize that life isn't what we've been taught or told. Dates are wrong. History is completely fabricated. Religions are made from past civilizations. There's just right and wrong in the world, right? And love. Love is the vibration that keeps us here. Anyway, getting on to everything else. So hopefully that book will be out by the 20th. That was the deadline I set. Now, we'll be having our own Vimeo videos. So Esoteric Warrior, you'll have to sign in, and I'll be teaching everything I know. Burning Palm, Yokomun, Wan Yun, Bat Mei, Bakfu Pai, the Black Tortoise, Iron Snake, Golden Mantis, Iron Body or the Golden Bill, and other things. So that's super exciting. What I'm going to do, actually leave a comment which system you would like to learn, because I'm going to have to do them all, right? There's also, which is going to be groundbreaking, is a lot of my Sifu's videos will be up there for people that do family information. They're a great blueprint to get a grasp on certain topics of the art, and that will all be available in its certain topics, right? So there'll be Bakfu San Eagle, and there'll be the Bakfu Pai 18 hand forms, and I'm doing also those hand forms myself, and all the Bat Mei, Burning Palm, Golden Mantis will be out, Iron Body. So don't forget to sign up, Esoteric Warrior on Vimeo. It's going to take a little bit of time to get every system, but I'm going to try and go through each one and start with the basic form, and you can just buy the form and learn it. If you'd like to be certified by myself, an Esoteric Warrior, on that form, there will be that opportunity for you. Otherwise, you can just practice it and do what you want with it. But if you'd like to be under us, there'll be a certification type of program that you're going to have to put in the work and, of course, show your skills, rather than just buy the form and learn it and say, oh, now I'm a Mu Hing master and a Bakfu Pai master after buying a form and learning a form. Now it takes a long time to be a Sifu in any art. So you just can't be claiming shit like that. No one believes it. It's ridiculous. Fucking idiots. Anyway, so leave a comment which system you'd like out of the Burning Palm, Yokomun, Wan Yun, that's the Primordial Chaos 1 Chi Palm, the Bat Mei, Bakfu Pai, Black Tortoise, Iron Snake, Golden Mantis, Iron Body or Golden Bill. They will be available, as well as other Do Family systems and methods. Also, someone asked me to do some more stories, so here's a little story about a challenge I had in my Mulgun when I first opened up out west of Sydney. It started off we're on Kung Fu Online, a site, the forum, and the guy is from the Tibetan White Crane, and he asked if he can come down and spar, and I'm all about that as long as it's friendly and you're not trying to hurt each other. I'm all good, right? So he's come down and he's massive, right? He's massive Chinese. He's been doing it for 9 years, he said. We exchanged some forms, showing each other some sets of Batme, Yokomun, and his Tibetan White Crane. And then we had a bit of a chill time before class, and remember I just opened up, so a lot of my guys there only been training a few months, and I usually have the teenage class before the adults so I can focus differently on them. And he wanted to spar, and they gloved up, and my guys held their own, but he was obviously different weight, different height, and obviously strength, more mature adult. It was good. It was really good, but he was going way too hard for my liking, and he wanted to fight me afterwards or spar me afterwards, right? But seeing that, it pissed me off, and I was watching, and I'm like, okay, he's obviously here to prove that he can use his art, and I respect that. And this is what I'm saying is I have total respect for White Crane, of course. We fought them back in the 80s in Yokomun in all the tournaments, so they've been around as well, and they had some good fighters. I've got some videos of them on old VHS. And my Sifu was good friends of the Sifu in Chinatown of the White Crane, so I used to go there with him, and I've got other stories with him as well, which are a bit more private. Anyway, Dennis came and sparred and did well against my guys, and like I said, they were teenagers mostly, and I was getting just starting, because it was only about a minute and a half rounds, and I was like, okay, I'll glove up, no worries. And as I was gloving up, one of my students that has been with me for a couple of years walked in and saw Dennis, like 6 foot something, He's actually a black belt now in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, man. He's really good. So, much love out to Dennis, man. It's just a story. All love, man. It all happens. We all learn lessons, and that's just the way it is, right? So, my student Dale's rocked up, and he's army. He was in the army and that, and so hard. He's my size, and we used to do samsing and all the conditioning until someone breaks, and Sifu G never breaks. But no, he was hard as rocks for his size, and he would have a go. And he walked in and saw Dennis just like unloading some big fucking sal choys, cup choys, and gua choys, and my guys were giving it back. And he goes, who the fuck's this guy? I said, oh, he's come down, his White Crane, he wants to spar, I'm going to spar him in a minute. He goes, no, fuck that. He goes, let me have a spar. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, you okay if Dale spars? So Dale's put his bag down, grabbed the gloves off me, chucked them on, and touched gloves, and Dennis starts flying in with all the big, long White Crane swinging arm, and Dale just stood there and went smash with a soy kill. And unfortunately, Dennis's shoulder popped out, and his arm looked like a broken White Crane wing. It was disgusting. It was stuck behind him. He asked me to try and pop it back, but it needed x-rays, because if it's shattered the socket, it could need microsurgery, right? So you got to be careful. I didn't know if it broke his shoulder or just only dislocated, but was in such a horrible position. He needed medication. So I drove him to the hospital, and they reset it. And then over a few weeks, I was helping with some tip bail. Felt bad. Nice guy. He's on my Facebook. Much love out, Dennis. This is no disrespect. It's just war stories. We all win some, we all lose some. It's just the way it goes in life, right? There's been plenty of times I've sparred and it hasn't always gone my way that round. You get picked apart sometimes, and coming in with such force like that, swinging, is opening that shoulder to be snapped. So all it takes is one good soy kill to snap a white crane wing, right? It'll be KFC all day, But that being said, if you're at the wrong angle, then those swings will knock you out, right? All those long arms are devastating. I've seen it with Charlie Futt as well. So you win some, you lose some. It's just a little war story. I've had when I also opened up, I had 2 karate guys, black belts, come into my Mogun near the end of the class with their gis on and black belts, and said, "This is not how you fight." And I said, "Well, how about we spar?" Right? Simple, right? That's how you do it, right? Well, let's have a spar and, friendly, but still see who wins. And the guy, no gloves, right? So the guy's shaped up, stepped forward, bang, knocked the guy straight out with a soy kill bin choi. And then I looked at the other guy. I said, "You want to fight?" And he didn't want to fight, but that second guy came back and joined. So, like I said, you can turn negatives into a positive. It doesn't have to be, it's a sparring match, I'm going to kill you, you must die. There is a lot of pride in Kung Fu, traditional Kung Fu, when you spar, of course. No one wants to lose for their pie, but sweet science is all different, right? When you start fighting, form's nothing. Form's just a dance, like I said, right? It can help you. It keeps the tradition alive. It's like an alphabet, a story of information. But you got to put that into realistic, and you'll find out that a lot of it is more self-defense based rather than sparring based, and that's why Kung Fu guys are getting smashed in the ring, because they don't know cardio, right? You got to first be out of range and know how to get into range, rather than starting in a comfortable position like you do in a school, most schools, and you know exactly what they're going to throw, so you can do a beautiful technique and it looks good. But all it takes is him to fake that and drop a low kick or a knee, and you're fucked. So fighting is different to the forms, right? So I'm a big believer on understanding how to use the forms and then applying it, and that's where I'm the professor at that. I've got some experience in kickboxing, Hapkido, won the gold medal at 15, almost 16 years old. So I've fought in competitions a lot, and I believe that is how one must progress in their system to be able to teach it. You got to be able to fight with it, right, and use it. Use what you've been taught. Otherwise, anyone can throw a punch in the street and knock you out. It doesn't have to be a trained teacher or anyone, right? Anyway, that was just a little war story. No disrespect to the White Crane peeps, keeping it real. It's all Kung Fu. We're all one family. You win some, you lose some. And unfortunately, that night, Dennis lost due to not understanding the range and swinging so far and wide allows the shoulder to be destroyed, especially when you do Batme or Yolgum or Lung Ying. Southern Mantis, we love that shit. So we trained that a lot, and he just waited for that opportunity, and Dale just nailed it, and bang, and it was just snapped and broken behind him. It was the worst fucking shoulder dislocation I've ever seen, because his arm looked like a fucking white crane fucking broke a wing. It makes me laugh. So soy kill is, like I've always said, hammer fist, man. Rely on your hammer fist. Understand how to throw the hammer fist so you don't end up breaking your shoulders. Alright, Tal Bless. Till next time. Peace.